Good morning. Today is the 22nd. Happy Earth Day. It's kind of an odd Earth Day. We won't necessarily be out doing the traditional cleanups that we would normally do with our town. But if you're out with your family, you could always take a bag with you. I know some people take a bag every time that they are going out for a walk, and it's shocking how, yeah, there I am adjusting my strap. It's shocking how much garbage people accumulate. An especially kind one would be as if you wore a hazmat suit and went to a public parking lot and picked up all the gloves and masks. Ha ha. Today's reading is, your spine is a balance of suppleness and power. Your spine is a powerful network of bones that snakes its way from your pelvis up to your skull. Its curves support and distribute your weight. Your spine bends back and forth, side to side, and we often talk about the 4 different planes of our body. You may be sitting, standing, or lying down. Notice how your spine is shaped in its current position. And I do recommend you go in front of a mirror once in a while. Like right now I'm looking over at the mirror, and my mom would be happy with my posture. It is curious to see what is your posture without planning it. So I will recommend often that you'll walk in front of a mirror, reflection of a storefront or in front of a car, or in front of a mirror in your house, and suddenly just look over without correcting yourself and see what your stop standing posture tends to be. We've had some questions this week about core engagement. If I work that into my continual way of thinking, engage the core, guess what it automatically does? It tightens up the spine, it elevates the chest for better breath, it helps to strengthen my belly, but most importantly, it's supporting that lower back. If you've ever been to Home Depot, you've seen a lot of them wear these big, thick, elastic back supports. Your body has that built in. All the obliques and abdominal muscles engaging to center automatically lift and support upper part of the body and where the lower back attaches into the legs. This is important if you sit all day because we don't realize we slump, and so that big curve gets accentuated. It also, vanity-wise, helps engage the core a little bit better. Automatically we want to stand up straight. I think of an army posture. And the last piece I often bring up is that it's a mindfulness piece. If I'm engaging my core, my brain immediately is right here, present in my body. What happens is when my brain is somewhere else, if you're really engaged in something else, your body tends to slump back into those habits that are physically manifested in our body. Notice how your spine is shaped in its current position, whatever that is. Then, as you continue on your day, notice the many different ways in which you actually move your spine. Imagine tracing each undulating line you form with your spine in every position you take. Each graceful curve is a balance of suppleness and power. And quite often, if your back is tight or sore, that's when you become really aware of how not supple our body becomes. I've noticed that if I do an extended amount of time of cooking or standing or an activity around the kitchen table or the island, my spine is the first thing that tells me that was too much of this direction and not enough twisting or forward and back. Let's do a couple things with our spine while we're sitting here. I'm going to sit up nice and straight, engage my core. Think about, I always talk about my muscular corset. So I want to engage that corset. It's a bit more work than just my normal slump. I'm going to sit up straight, press the floor away, engage. I feel tugging all different parts of my body. And then I'm going to add my arms. And then slowly reach your arms up, lengthen, maybe look to the sky. That's going to help create that curve in the back of your neck. Exhale down. We're going to do that 3 times. Inhaling up. This time I'm going to turn to the left. So I'm doing a slightly different spinal twist than we normally do. And back to center. And turn with your imaginary ball to the right. And back to center. We've had some requests for something a little different today, so I thought we could do more of our spinal twist, but involving our chair and some other poses. Let's switch our legs, arms up. I'm going to twist once more to the left, and now with my eyes, can I look all the way back over my left shoulder, back to center. In that pose, I want you to notice how tight is your upper back. If you work on a computer, and we're going to twist the other side, how far over can you twist and look over the right shoulder? Back to center. Switch the legs once more. Let's do a seated spinal twist. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Sit up straight, twist. I like to visualize I'm wringing out a washcloth. And then back to center. Twist the other direction. and back to center. Totally unrelated, I had sent a little while ago an email about a company that sells blocks, bolsters, straps, and yoga blankets. They'll sell them to me at wholesale prices, which is quite a bit cheaper. I think the bolsters were $30 or $40 and the blocks were $6 for a set of 2. I can't place an order unless I meet a $200 requirement. I don't need any more equipment for here, but I've had quite a few people asking me for some equipment for their own home, for their meditation or for yoga. The prices are amazing, and it is supporting a local distributor out of Mississauga. I think they even make the bolsters there. So please let me know if you're interested. I know Yana was interested, and there were 2 or 3 other of the morning library people asking. And even if you use just the bolsters for meditation, you don't do the actual practice, let me know. Once we have a big enough order, we'll put it in, and then I will distribute them contact lists to your houses. If this isn't a good time, then why don't we wait till this is all over and I'll make a proper sign-up sheet and all that kind of stuff. Or if you really need it right away, you could get them on well.ca, Amazon, Canadian Tire. But these prices are amazing, better than I think what the other ones are. And it means we could buy it as a group, so collective buying. I'm gonna do my Marici's pose. Again, working with that spinal twist. Let's start with legs extended, medium width apart. Let's see. And I'm going to take right hand to left knee, left hand beside me. So I'm either starting beside and resisting with this right hand, or walking it behind me, deepening the twist and looking over the left shoulder. And then back to center. Other side, left hand, right knee. Sitting up nice and straight. Back hand is tented. Pushing into the floor encourages me to engage that core all the way up the front of the body. And I think of when you do up a zipper. So I'm not slouching. I want to engage and resist. Right shoulder pulls back. Nice deep spinal twist. And back to center. That's the first version. There are 3 versions of Marici, and I don't know what. I think this is the second one. Second one is my leg is bent. Your choice, down by your ankle, calf, or knee. However I go, I want my hips to be squared off and my glutes are upright and squared off. I'm gonna take right hand inside right leg. I like to grab my arch. Left hand beside me or behind me, sit up straight. Resist, both feet are flexed, and maybe you finally look over the left shoulder, bringing out the upper body. Back to center, counter twist. And back to center. Other side. Right leg extends, left leg over. Right arm's gonna come, actually we'll hug on this side. Left arm comes inside left leg. Bring that knee upright. And I might hold my left arch. Right hand is beside me or behind me. Sit up straight. Engage all the muscles up and down the core and the rib cage. And I might look over the right shoulder. Or do a counter twist. Over to the left. And back to center. Last version. Left leg bends, right leg bends. Almost like cow face, but instead of stacked, I'm gonna step this foot down. And guess what? Use a block if that helps under that top left foot. Left arm comes inside right leg, twist. Counter twist. Looking over the left shoulder. Back to center and switch. And I call this my showgirl leg. Shake it out. Right leg down, left leg over. Either sitting up nice and straight. We call that standing up in our chest. I'm going to bring right arm inside the left thigh, outer left thigh. Twist. Counter twist. And back to center. Roll out your ankles. Let's come on the floor and do one quick spinal twist, double leg spinal twist, single leg spinal twist. And then we won't spend a lot of time on our normal floor therapeutics because I want to get us up and moving. Slowly bringing bum towards your heels, lower the back down. If you're tired, take a break here in constructive rest, or thighs to chest, little boat, or circles. Massage your back. And then let's take our knees all the way to the floor on the left, double leg spinal twist. Right arm up to a T, palm turned up. Option to turn your head and look to the right. Back to center, knees to the right, head to the left. You have the option to pause me on any of these and spend a little bit longer in these holds. Back to center, and little boat or circles. I'm going to keep my right leg in, left foot in the air, flex, and slowly lower. Pressing out through that heel, drawing the right thigh in. When I do this single leg wind relieving pose, my goal is to bring this thigh as deeply into my belly as possible. We talk about how the thigh compresses the digestive muscle, so it's like a massage. Many of you have heard me talk about this before. In our culture, because we bring the food to our mouths, we don't lean forward and eat as a family or with our hands. We don't get that compression of the belly, and there's almost an action of a bellow that happens if, say, we were in an Ethiopian culture, another culture where you're eating as a circle in the middle of the table, you reach to get the food, you bring it towards you. We fill up our plate and shovel, shovel, shovel. So we're missing that action of belly compression. Finally, left hand's gonna take right knee over, single leg spinal twist. Whenever we're doing these twists, visualize the wringing out. I still want to keep my feet and hands active. So fingers are spread, nails engaged, feet are flexed, and then back to center, little boat or circles. Left leg in, right leg extends, pointed or flexed. You decide what feels better in your hips. One thigh draws in, one leg presses away. And finally, right hand takes left knee over, single leg spinal twist. Keeping the left shoulder down, you can turn and look to the left hand. Feet are flexed. And then back to center. Little boat or circles. And let's just take our hands on our knees, legs wide for a moment. We'll take one breath or two with it wide, bent and dangling. And then we'll do the same thing with our legs extended. As you breathe in through the nose, exhale. So we lengthen on the inhale, press the back body down in the exhale. Amidst all of this, I notice the stretching of my inner thighs and hips. So I can stay here, or I can bring them in the air and do the same thing. So bring them up and then help them fall wide. I want to do this without all the stretching we normally do. So you're going to come wide arms, palm up, dangling ankles or flex, engage the core, and experiment between those two different sensations. Soft and relaxed, passive stretching of the inner thighs, or flex, engage everything, and it's a different stretch. When I engage everything and use gravity, there's two conflicting tension. There's engaging to center, which is going to strengthen my hips, but also there's gravity fighting you, trying to open you. So engage and fight. That's very similar to when we do our beach ball isometrically pressing to center. Energy moving in two opposite directions. So it kind of creates this strengthening of the hips. In this case, I'm stretching my inner thighs, groin, and I'm still engaging my core, squeezing the center. Of course, each day that you come to your practice, you're coming with a different mindset. Maybe some days you want to be stronger and challenged, and other days you're looking for a physical relaxation. We're going to close our legs, thighs to chest, little boat. Roll into a ball on your side. We'll take 2 breaths here. And then slowly come up. I'm just going to deal with some lights for a moment. Oh, that's better. Much better. Those bright lights were killing me. Okay, so now we're going to do our tiny cat-cow, then we'll do our sun salutations, and then we'll focus on our practice of spinal twists. Coming onto your mat, hands under your knees, knees under your hips. Take a moment to engage the core and press your hands down. So there's that 2 opposing forms of energy again. Hands press down, pushing the floor away, helping the shoulders, and belly engages. You might stay here for a moment. Relax, engage, relax, engage. Then I want to add the spinal flexion and extension of our cat-cow. Engage Engage your core, tilt your bum to the air, start to look up. There's our first cow. And as you exhale, press the floor away, chin to chest, deep curve with the upper back, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So we're going to smoothly go back and forth in this method. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Your choice how exaggerated of a shape you're looking for. And then coming to neutral. Let's do a quick bird dog. This is for all my friends who want core. Right hand, left knee are down. Step back, right toes. Left hand reaches forward. I'm going to bring the bicep beside my ear as I stare at the top of my mat. Right foot flex. I don't want to come any higher than my hips, so use a mirror if you need to. And when you're lengthened, engage the core, lengthen. Squeeze your thighs and glutes to center, engage the core, lengthen. So all these pieces working at once. You could hold this for a very long time or do multiple repetitions. Undo child's pose. Back to tabletop. Left hand, right knee, stay down. Left foot step back as if you were going to do half of a plank. Right arm reach, and then you want to find that middle ground. Right bicep beside your ear, belly engage. Foot is flexed, toes point down. Look and make sure you're no higher than your hips. Reach long, engage, and squeeze to center. Engage, lengthen. So this is as intense or as laid back as you want. Undo child's pose. And back to tabletop. Tuck your toes and let's hop to a forward fold. Bend your knees, let your head go. Maybe hold your elbows and sway side to side. Forward and back. Nod, yes. Arms to the side, rise. Strong straight back, reach up. Arc a little behind you. Oh, back to the sky, reach up. Let's take that beach ball to the left. So it's going to look like this. Back to the sky, reach up. And then to the right. Wide arms, swan dive. Half back, fold, plant. Come onto your knees and slowly lower your heart between your hands. You always have the option of chaturanga. Sleeping cobra, 2 breaths. Elbows hug in, pressing the top of your forehead and your feet down. So that idea of the energy presses down, but at the same time you're squeezing your thighs together. Energy moving to the center. Pick up your head, baby cobra. Tuck your toes, dog. You're going to pedal that dog. And maybe I'll show you from the side. Today I really want to stretch my hamstrings, so I'm going to walk my feet in. Drop my heels. Pressing heavily into the left heel, become light in your right heel with straight legs. Switch. Right heel presses down, left heel light. So not everyone's going to be able to drop their heels. Listen to your body. If you need to come up on your tiptoes, our traditional version, that's fine too. Right foot, left foot forward, right knee back. Low lunge. No, the other one. Right leg. I can hear Liz's voice in my head telling me which side we've done or haven't done. Reach up, add the arc, or tuck and rise, eyes open or close. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Inhaling up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, hop, chaturanga, slowly lower. Sleeping cobra, 2 breaths. Rooting down through the palms and the tops of your feet and still squeezing the center. Pick up your head, baby cobra. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Pedal that dog. Left foot forward, right knee back, low lunge. So I'm going to show you, this is first our slow, low one. This might be it today. If I want to take it further, I'm going to tuck my back toe, rise, then close your eyes. Still isometrically squeezing all the energy to center. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Once more on each side. Inhaling up, exhale, fold, straight, strong back. Half back, fold, step back, high plank. Bend the elbow, slow motion, lower chaturanga. Sleeping cobra, 2 breaths. Picking up your head, baby cobra, or take it further into up dog. Staying on the tops of your feet, down dog. Let's take right foot in the air, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, open and stack your hips, happy dog. Look under the right bicep. Come back to straight hips, step through high lunge, and let's take our hands to heart center. You have a choice. You can stay here, thumbs pressing into sternum, or twist inside the inner right thigh, balance, stacked elbows, center, counter twist, coming to the outer right thigh, hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Last side, inhale up, this time let's add chair, seated chair, hands to heart center, twist to the outer left thigh, thumbs to center. Heart center, twist to the outer right thigh, look over your shoulder. Center, hands release, fold, half back, fold, plant, and this time I'm going to come down to my knees, and I want you to lower 1 inch at a time. Elbows come back, shoulders move back, chest moves forward, lower down. 2 breaths, sleeping cobra, hugging everything to the midline. Pick up your head, baby cobra. Tuck and press back dog. Pedaling that dog. Hopefully your calves are getting a little more supple. We used that word earlier. Left foot in the air, 3-legged dog, flex. Bend your knee. Open and stack your hips. Look under your leg. Back to center, step through, high lunge, hands to heart center. Choice, stay here, pressurizing palms, shoulders open, or twist inside inner thigh, look over your shoulder, center and counter twist. Back to center, release, feet together, fold, rise and rest at heart center. So let's take a moment. I'm going to come on to our knees and ankles for a moment. I've had many students tell me how tight they are in their quads. So we're going to take a quick interlude here. Sorry, I keep rubbing my eyes. My allergies are so bad. I've had a lot of people tell me they're going through the same. Even my dog is. My friend's cat is. That's a good sign, though. It means spring is coming. So I'm sitting on my knees. My feet are untucked. Maybe if this is your nemesis and you don't like this, maybe that's your work. Some people will also fold a towel underneath their ankles while they're sitting here. Some people will also put a rolled mat behind their thighs and sit back. It's a good calf stretch. We're going to do this for a thigh stretch. So even just standing up on my knees, bring the thighs together, engage your core, and even the action, whoo, I just felt it. The action of sitting back engages those quads, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Staying here, or one hand and the other coming behind you. Keep those thighs and toes together. If I want to add the chest opening, which is similar to fish, I'm going to press my palms down, chest to the sky, and maybe just look at the ceiling. I don't want to drop my head back. If I want to add more, I'm going to lift my pelvis up and then slowly come back down. Lift your pelvis up and slowly come back down. And it's your choice how much you want to stretch your quads. Is keep the knees together. Knees root down, chest rises. And slowly come back down. I won't do that too much, but that's what I want you to keep doing every day. Can I do it without, even if you took your blocks, brought your blocks beside you, just a little bit behind you, palms to the floor and lift your chest up and come back down. Lift your pelvis up and come back down. All of this is lengthening my quads. Another variation, let's see if this will help you. Right leg stays bent, left leg comes out, and if I lean forward, that's going to stretch the hamstring, and then if I lean back, I'm stretching only one quad. Press the knee down. Let's do the other side. Left leg bent, right leg extended. This is only if you're having tight quads. I know this is a lot for some of you. Right leg extends. Left knee presses down. Maybe walk my hands behind me. Left knee presses down. There's the right left quad stretch. And I could point the right leg. Or if I want to add more, I can forward fold. Oh yeah. That leads me to another spinal twist I wanted to work on, the eagle, which uses upper body flexibility as well as leg flexibility. You can sit on your bottom for a moment. Let's do the arms by themselves. Actually, you have a strap. Let's quickly do this shoulder work. So we're going to take our strap in our hands. Pause this if you do not have a strap. And you can go and get a strap from your bathrobe or a belt, skipping rope. We're going to make zombie arms. Gently pull that strap and release. We'll do this a couple times. Oh, sorry, cat hair. Strap, pull, release. Then I want to rise up. I'm going to hit, my edge is going to be different than your edge. So if I hit the edge, I'm going to try to tear the strap and release. Maybe I'll give myself a bit more hand space. Maybe I'll go a bit further back. Hit my edge, stop, breathe. So you want to do tear the strap at each level of your edge. In this pose today, I'm feeling my pecs super tight. That's my fault for being on technology so much. And release. And let's do that 2 more times. Zombie arms, rise, tear, option to go all the way over or part way, and release. And I'm going to do it 1 more time. You're going to your level, not my hypermobile level. Zombie arms, tear, rise. You're going to see why we're doing all this shoulder work when we put it together. Oh, yeah. And release. Okay, switching your legs, non-dominant in front. Let's do our eagle arms. So I'm going to make karate chop, doctor scrub, whatever you want to call it, nurse scrub arms. Spread your fingers. Feel that activation down in the muscles of the arms. It also keeps my mind present. Keep mentioning muscle activation. Hasta bandha, pada bandha. Turning on my hands. Remember we talked about how everything's interconnected. So when I turn on every muscle of these hands, there is a connection to every muscle in my body. It's not separate. Interconnected. We are a web. Spread. Engage the core. Sit up straight. Then I want to bring right to left. If I'm tight, even just this, coming to here, we've done this before. That's a nice action. But as soon as I cross over, I'm getting even deeper behind that shoulder blade. Option to bring back of the hands towards each other as if there were a magnet behind each hand, or make the bind. Keep your wrists straight. If your wrists are all bent weird, then you're not making the full bind. You're too tight. Maybe bring it up a little to right angle and pause there. Maybe you're going to go up and down a couple times, feeling the shoulder blades slide up and down the back body, feeling your stretch within the shoulder and the bicep and where they're connected. And then release, shake it out. Let's do the other side. Let's do this for a second. Flex, open, flex back together. So that's something we did last week as to help open the chest. Flexed hands, left towards right. That might be enough. Maybe start to come back to back. I'm going to bring left elbow into right elbow in either back to back or make the bind with straight hands, straight wrists. Engage your core. Sit up straight. We talked about this earlier. My flesh corset. I want to engage my core like you're doing up all the buttons up the back of a wedding dress or a corset. And I might come up and down a couple times. I'm noticing there's resistance in my dominant shoulder. That's your eagle arms. Now we want to put it all together standing and do eagle posture. Coming to standing, and I may have to move back for you. So I'm going to make scrub arms. Let's do right into left, intertwine. Shifting my weight to my left foot, cross right over left. Stare at something that's not moving, and maybe this is your version. Maybe you sit down. Maybe you snake that leg. Find a way to maintain this. I'm feeling a lot of swing because we didn't do any hip work. Maybe lift the elbows up a little. Option is stay here or squat down lower. Keep your balance and fold. If you really enjoy this pose, you could set a timer. Could you hold it for 2 to 3 minutes and shake it out? That pose also benefits wringing out the upper body and wringing out the digestive organs and reproductive organs. Let's take our scrub arms one more time. Left into right, bind. Shifting weight to my right foot, cross over. Pausing here, or squeeze those thighs together, clenching. Or sit down, or snake that leg. So I'm gonna call that my bind. So wobbly today. So I'm staying upright and staring at something that's not moving. I might bring my elbows to a right angle. I might squat down or I might fold. Take a few breaths here. Feel that challenge. Some of us are wavering in our brain and our body. And then release, shake it out. I'm going to come once more back down to that thigh stretch so that eventually sitting in karate or meditation, we call it zazen. I think we talked about last week how you could practice doing tucked foot version versus untucked. Eventually being able to do both, find the middle line. Let's do one last little reading, and then I am going to give you a guided meditation, if I can read my work. Let me come a little closer to the light. I have to be careful because it really messes with my eyes and then I can't read. It's a fancy light to help you guys see my work a bit better. So today, let's see what card we're going to get. This one is from Life Loves You, Louise Hay cards. Can't see that. It's a new deck I got a while ago. Oh my. Interesting. Okay, this one is good. This is really good for right now, knowing how it's really hard to put all of our trust into the plan that maybe our political leaders, our health leaders, our school board, our whoever is telling us what to do. I put a lot of my trust into that woman that is the health Minister of Health. Today's reading is I trust the guidance of the universe. And I think if that word universe could be substituted for anybody, you might substitute God, you might say your politics, you might say yourself. Whatever it is, you're going to trust it. Trust that everything you need to know is being revealed to you in the perfect space-time sequence. It goes back to that blind faith that we talk about. That is a hard, tall order. So today's guided meditation, we're going to do the gratitude one again. It's a message I'm going to keep saying, especially during COVID. As soon as I start feeling a little bit antsy, like a caged animal, I have to think this time at home with a full cupboard, a full belly, a bed to sleep in, our health, online education, all of it is actually a privilege and a first world thing that we can't let go of that thought. Anytime you're feeling bad about what's happening and you feel you deserve to go out, realize this is a privilege. It's to keep us safe. And they keep saying it's an act of love to people we don't even know, in the front line, to old ladies down the street, to family you haven't seen in a long time. So get yourself comfortable, choosing either seated or lying down. This is your Shavasana or corpse pose. And this is a way to build our resilience muscle, our gratitude muscle. Take some time to place yourself in a comfortable position. Taking a few deep breaths, let your chest rise and fall with each inhalation and exhalation. When you're ready, let your eyes drift closed slowly. And as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, let your attention rest on your breath. If you need a visual, think about the waving sail in the wind. Feeling that moment as it enters and exits your body. And each time you exhale, think of the letting go sensation. Let go of any tension. Think about your face, relax. Let go of tension in your shoulders, relax. Your belly and your legs heavy and relaxed. On your next exhale, settle your attention to the area around your heart. Think of a soft glow kind of around, even though our heart is in a circle, can you visualize that? Focus on feelings of love, compassion, empathy, and forgiveness. And even if it means forgiveness for this situation and being forced into it. With your attention on your heart center, bring to mind something or someone that you are grateful for. Make it simple. First thing that comes to mind. Don't overthink it. As you continue with your easy, relaxed breathing, perhaps you feel gratitude just for being alive or healthy. Maybe you have had a scare in the past in your life and this is your do-over or second chance. Perhaps you're grateful for the abundance of nature that produces the food that we have that nourishes our body and the beautiful scenery nourishing our soul. And this one in particular I sent out to my friend Lisa. This helps her have an opportunity to hike in the beautiful nature. For her, that is her moving meditation and her therapy. Bring your attention to people who truly nourish you in your life and how they bless you with your presence. It's not a physical thing, it's kind of invisible. Feeling gratitude for your own health and life and the many gifts that you've been blessed with. Maybe it's an actual talent, or they're material gifts, or they are invisible. Now bring your attention to how this gratitude feels in the core of your heart, kind of moving around in it. With each inhale, we feel the feeling grow outwards, emanating. Think about it pulsating or spreading. Expanding to fill your chest, your arms, your hands, your legs, and your feet. And with each inhale, this feeling grows. I think about it as a particular color, slowly changing the color of my whole body, filling you up. And then very slowly return your attention to your breath. Let your body remember the sensations of this gratitude as it spreads throughout your body. Thank you so much for your effort, commitment to our community, and attention to your practice. And I really appreciate getting your feedback. Your emails always make me smile. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.